Character reflected dignity and commitment. Buck Buchanan died today. The NFL Hall of Famer was 51. He had been battling lung cancer for the past 2 years. Junius Buck Buchanan came out of Grambling College to establish himself as an all-pro force on the defensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs. The first pass rusher to dominate from the inside from tackle. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1990. His passing inspiring memories today.
Not only did I lose a very close friend in Buck Buchanan, but Kansas City and the entire country lost a good friend. A man who gave up himself. I'm not talking about just on the football field for his teammates. I'm talking about off the field as well. Anybody who needed Buck Buchanan was there.
He was the type of big old Joan Lamb, as we call him, you know, Big Buck. He was tough as hell out on the football field, but he was a very Joan person. It's sad, but I loved him. He was a friend of mine. He was a friend of my family's, and like I said, we'll miss him. We'll miss him dearly. We'll miss him.
It was just yesterday that the Chiefs announced plans to retire Buchanan's uniform number next month. Later in this edition of SportsCenter, Tom Jackson remembers the career and the class of Buck Buchanan.
At the age of 51, after a 2-year fight against cancer, Buchanan came out of Grambling University, a 6'8", 300-pound man who could run and do it all. And today, Hank Stram, who coached Buck at Kansas City and inducted him into the NFL Hall of Fame, talked to me from across the lake about how Buchanan revolutionized his position.
At 6'8" and 295, he had such terrific range, and he was in the face. You know, he was coming right at you as a quarterback. You had to make sure that you got around him and ran away from him or did something, because you're not going to throw over the top of him. Plus the fact everybody wanted to know, make sure the game plan, where is Buck Buchanan going to be?
Well, Buchanan was a very active man in civic affairs after he left football. He was, by all accounts, the kind of man you would like your kids to grow up to be. Now, cancer...
One of the first victories the old AFL had on the established NFL was snatching a defensive lineman out of tiny Grambling in 1963, Junius Buck Buchanan. Buchanan was a pioneer not only with his unprecedented size and quickness, but also blazing a trail for the small black colleges of the land.
It was quite an honor and quite a thrill for me. Here's this little guy from Birmingham, Alabama, went to Grambling State University, and was the first player picked in the whole draft. So that was quite an honor for me. I took a lot of pride in that.
At 6'7", 287 pounds, Buchanan was the prototype modern-day NFL lineman. He could run the 40 in 4.9 seconds and rapidly became a stalwart of an already imposing Chiefs defense. Buchanan was all-pro in 8 of his 13 professional seasons. He always expected the best of himself and his teammates. Motivation was no problem.
He let you know that you played against the best. Yeah. I don't care who it was that's on the other side of the line. And when you got through playing against Buck that day, you know you was in a fight that day on the field.
I would start screaming at not necessarily my players, but the opposing team, and telling the guy he's holding me, and if he doesn't stop, I'm going to kill him, and all those kinds of things. And I would grab these guys and scream at them and shake them and raise all kinds of hell like that. But that was a way of getting myself motivated and trying to get that defensive team motivated. And I did that on purpose, matter of fact.
I would like this bronze bust to serve as a greater purpose than a testimony to my football career. I sincerely hope this will stand as a symbol or inspiration for all young people where hard work and honest effort can take you. Being consistent in your work and never quitting until you reach the finish line will bring you the desired results. Today, I am thankful I'm able to cross the finish line. To the young people of all walks of life, may I say, never give up your hopes and dreams of success. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.